Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. And I want to say hello to everybody, especially those on the Black Financial Channel. And just so you guys know, in terms of predictions for the stock market today, it looks like there's nothing really big on the horizon. Today, as of August 28th, I'll keep you guys posted. If you want to get daily updates and regular updates on what's happening in the market from a Black perspective, sign up at theblackfinancialchannel.com. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. And we talk about the stock market every day. We talk about investing every day. We talk about money and wealth every day. It's kind of like a Black version of CNBC or something, except better because I'm just smarter than the people on CNBC. So we know this. I have a PhD. They don't. So anyway, let me break something down to y'all real quick. I thought about something today. I don't know if this is going to be controversial for anybody or not, but because some of y'all might fit in this category, but I thought it would be worth a quick discussion. I was thinking about, some of the topics I'm working on. I'm working on a book on Black economic codes of conduct, where basically I want to establish codes that families can live by so you can do business with each other without fear of being traumatized by a family member who doesn't uphold their end of the deal. You got a big issue of people that love to drain from the family resources but don't like to give anything back. You've got friends that will come in and feed you sob stories and guilt trip you half to death, and then borrow money from you and never pay it back. And I'll tell you what, it's very draining. I go through it. I see it all the time. If you ever want to be a magnet for desperate people that need money, just go make some money and become successful and let people know how successful you are. If they know anything about your success, believe me, you will become a target for either people trying to rob you, people trying to sue you, people trying to steal from you, people trying to beg from you, people begging for whatever. And they always want you to put money into their business deals when they haven't put any money into them and haven't even thought the idea out. It just becomes a complete mess. So what I'm here to just basically tell you is just don't do it. Just be very careful about it. Watch your back. It can be messy if you do that. Now, what I'm gonna do is send out a quick text message to those in the family to let them know that we're live right now. If you want to get a text alert from me, just text the word Boyce to 31996. Text Boyce to 31996, and I'm going to send this topic out real quick. Hit the thumbs up button. Let me see here. Okay, all right. So here's what I wanted to share. If you're talking about doing business with people, if you're talking about breaking bread with people, putting yourself into vulnerable economic situations with people, you got to be thoughtful about who you work with, who you bring into your life, who you bring into your economic life. One of the things I would definitely say is that it is highly risky to bring desperate people into your economic life. Desperate people are typically the ones that want to borrow money from you. And because they're desperate, they'll make a lot of promises that they cannot keep, promises that maybe they intend to try to keep, but they'll sort of tell you like, I'll figure it, they'll tell you that they got it figured out when really they're figuring it out, right? Almost like fake it till you make it kind of thing. And typically these people that need to borrow money, they tend to always need money. They tend to always have financial problems, maybe because they're living outside their lifestyle. They're not making good economic choices. They didn't invest in themselves. They didn't build for the future, things like that. And I can just tell you, it's just bad news, because if you are a responsible person, if you are a pillar, a rock for your family, a rock for your community, then people will come to you because they see you as a rock. They see you as being rock solid, like you're going to follow through. They know that if you tell them you're going to get the money to them by Thursday, you'll do it. Does anybody go through that? Does anybody ever have relatives that want to borrow money and it's like amazing to you how someone could just borrow money, especially a man? I think women too as well, but like for men, I would just look at men that if they borrow money from me and never paid it back, I'd be like, what's wrong with you? Like, do you not have any testicles attached to your body? Like, where's your pride? Even if I can't, I remember, first of all, I don't like to borrow money from people, but if I did, when I have, my feeling was always like, okay, I gotta pay you back. I gotta pay you back. Okay, I can't pay you. I know I said I pay you Thursday, but something came up and I apologize, but I'm gonna give you the money on, on Tuesday, and I'll even throw something extra just to make up for it, because I don't want you to think I'm a sap. I don't want you to think I'm a wimp or a sucker or whatever. Well, there are people who don't carry those same codes, who don't have that same value system. So ultimately, what I encourage you to do is don't loan money and don't do business with desperate people. Desperate people who need the money badly are going to make awkward business deals with you. They're going to set up situations where if they know you have money, they're going to want you to put up all the money and they put up nothing. They're going to make promises to you that they cannot keep. They'll do things like they'll promise to work 4 hours a day on the business when they got a full-time job, with knowing that they can't do it. They'll be like, no, I can do it. I can do it. I'll come home at 6. I can work from 6 to 10. I'll do that every day. And then when they get more comfortable, they go back into their old state of existence. Their old state of existence is what got them in that bad situation in the first place. They start getting lazy and they start getting arrogant and whatever. And in fact, actually in banking theory and finance, that's what they call moral hazard. A moral hazard is the risk that a person is going to change their behavior because you've now given them power. And another example of moral hazard, has anybody ever seen cases where maybe a girl is, not sure she wants to have sex with a guy, so the guy's really nice to her, bringing her flowers and all that stuff, and then she agrees to have sex with him, and suddenly his behavior changes. Suddenly he ain't calling no more. Suddenly he's not nice to her anymore. Well, that's another example of moral hazard. Moral hazard basically means that once you get the power, you switch it up on me, right? Or people who get married and they let their guard down. They stop trying to look good. They stop doing the things they did to attract the person. That's another example of moral hazard, right? So basically, in loaning money, the moral hazard problem is a big deal because and you can tell me if you've gone through this experience. You'll have situations where somebody needs your money badly. They're very desperate, so they make every promise, say everything you want to hear. They're picking it when you call. They're picking up the phone in 3 seconds flat. Whatever you need, they're right there. I appreciate you because I love you. You're the best. You're this, and this, right? And then there is like the change in behavior that can occur after they get your money. Suddenly, they're not saying what you want to hear. Suddenly their attitude is a little bit different. They got a little bass in their voice when they're talking to you. They're not picking up the phone in 3 seconds. They may not pick up the phone at all. And so you're now in the desperate position where you're almost like a baby mama showing up at the club in your hair bonnet and bunny slippers, mad because he done took the baby diaper money and he's spending it on some chick, right? Because people like that, they tend to just sort of chase what they need. They're either chasing things that feel good, or they're chasing things that get them away from things that feel bad. They're going to put their money into the next investment that they have to put the money into, not to fulfill the commitments that they made in the past. So loaning money to a desperate person is a bad idea. Doing business with a desperate person is a bad idea. And so the other thing too is, if you loan money or do an investment or start a business with somebody that is desperate, make sure you have good contracts in place and make sure you have good safeguards in place so that you can go back and recoup whatever you put in. So the way I handle it is, I don't ignore the desperate people in my family. I know exactly who they are. Some of y'all might be watching right now and you may not even know if you're on my list. Or just so you know, if you haven't, if you've ever borrowed money from me and haven't paid me back, you're probably on my shit list. My grandma was like that. My grandma used to keep a list where she said, if you borrow money from me, you don't pay me back, I will never loan you money again. That was her policy. And I have a similar policy. But, the desperate relatives, I don't want to be totally cruel, because I know that part of it's kind of a disability almost. Like they're trying to do better maybe, but they just don't know how. With people like that, what I do is, if they need something, what I try to do is I will give them some money and not expect it back. I'll pretend like it's a loan, but in my mind, I'll be like, this person is making all these promises, but I don't take their promises seriously. I say, okay, you'll pay me the $50 back. Okay, all right. Of course you will, right? Yeah, I'm gonna pay you back. I promise you. Okay, yeah, sure. Of course you will. Absolutely, I totally believe you, right? But really, I'm like, I don't believe this person because they don't never pay nobody back. But I want to be nice. I think there's nothing wrong with being nice, even if the other person thinks that they're getting over on you. I don't think there's anything wrong with helping family. I like to help family. I like to help friends. It's fine. I just don't help them to the point where it hurts me. Right now, if I'm giving you some major money that's related to, you know, that's going to really hit my family hard or sink my ship. First of all, most of the time it's not going to happen. But if it did happen because of some horrible situation, I'm going to have contracts in place. I'm going to have collateral in place. I'm going to have protections in place to make sure you don't screw me. And so ultimately, what I would just generally say is a general rule when it comes to doing any kind of investing with another person, or starting a business with another person, or loaning money with another person, all of which is a form of investment. Even a loan is a type of an investment. You know, pay attention to a few things. Like, pay attention to how much they have on the line. Like, if this deal doesn't go right, am I the only one who gets screwed because I'm the one who put up all the money, or are you getting screwed too? That's the first thing. Second of all, pay attention to their experience. You know, if they want you to do something in the business, have they done this before? Do they have experience doing this, or is this some harebrained scheme where they just believe in their mind, they visualize in their mind how it's going to make $1 million? Well, they ain't never made even $100,000. How they gonna go out and make $1 million? You don't know nothing about making no $1 million. So don't talk to me about making $1 million unless you can show me where you made $1 million. Seriously, proof of concept is extremely important in business. If a person cannot show you evidence of where they've been able to make money and really make it work, and show you documented proof where they've made money doing exactly what they want you to do, then don't believe them. Because people talk there's a whole lot of talking in our community, especially. I see it, especially a lot of the men. The women do it too sometimes, but men have a different kind of thing about us. We're different. Men have kind of a, you know, not all men, but anybody know, like, one of those fast talking Negroes that just always got a harebrained scheme and talk so fast that it sounds really good when he's saying it. Well, you know, as a community, we got to stick together. We got to do this, and it's important that we take over the hair industry, because and by the time, by year 3, we're gonna have $100 million a year. And then, Doc, if you just put the first 50,000, then we can. No, I'm not putting them over 50,000, because you're telling me you're gonna make $100 million and you ain't even made $100. You know, like, seriously, like sometimes I'll do a test and I'll say, okay, you want to talk to me about your business idea? Well, my hourly consulting fee is $1,000 an hour. Let's sit down and talk. Get with my manager. I'll pay the $1,000, and then we can talk, right? And if you can't even do that, then that means not only do you not have you not put resources into anything and accomplished anything yet financially. Doesn't mean you can't do it eventually. It just means you're not there. You're not ready yet. But also, it tells me about your mindset. People I know that make millions of dollars will pay $1,000 for a consultation like it ain't nothing, especially from somebody like me who's busy and has a lot of experience. They'll pay $5,000 an hour for consultation if they think it's going to help them go make the next million. Like, seriously, there are. Do you know how many companies there are that pay thousands of dollars an hour for consultants who can come in and help them reshape their company and make an extra $5 million that year? So ultimately, you know, what I'm saying to you at the end of the day is that you have to, you know, be able to discern who can actually execute the idea and who can't. A mediocre idea that's well executed is always better than a great idea that's not well executed. Most people don't make money because they haven't learned how to execute their idea. They might have the best idea. They might be like, oh yeah, I came up with Facebook too. I was talking to my friend in '98 about how they should have a computer program where everybody can talk to each other. So that's my idea. I could have been Mark Zuckerberg. No, you couldn't, because Mark Zuckerberg and his team had to make 10,000 decisions along the way that I don't know if most people would have made. So ultimately, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means you got to elevate. You have to, it's like school. You got to start off at first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade. And some of y'all are in the 8th, 9th, 10th grade trying to do business with people who are in the first grade. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You gotta say, well, hey, you know, I want to help you, but you need to get to the 8th grade like me, and then we'll be in the same grade, and then we can figure out how to make this thing go. Let me see here. What would you say to a person who has the money to start a business but doesn't know where to begin? Well, you know, we have entrepreneurship programs in the Black Business School. Actually, just in case you guys don't know, the Black Business School, it's free to get started. We have 80,000 students. We are a university. We are better than most business schools because we teach Black people. We teach Black people better than USC, better than Harvard, better than Yale, better than Stanford, because those schools don't teach Black wealth and Black economics. They don't teach powernomics. They don't teach specific models designed specifically to solve the Black wealth problem. And the other part is that these other universities typically leave their students in debt. We do not leave people in debt. Most of the paid programs, which you don't have to do if you don't want to, most of the paid programs cost you less than it costs you to go to Popeyes once a day. If you can afford a Popeyes chicken sandwich, then you can afford to go to the Black Business School. So if you are interested, go to theblackbusinessschool.com and talk to one of our enrollment specialists. They'll be right there as soon as you get there. Somebody will be right there on the website to chat with, and they can even video chat with you. with you, phone chat with you as well. Just request a phone call or request a video chat if that's what you want, and they'll talk you through and help you understand our whole Black Money sequence, Black Money 101 through 106, programs on real estate, franchising, entrepreneurship, investing in the stock market, all these things. So go to theblackbusinessschool.com. You can get started. Don't try to do it by yourself. Don't try to do everything by yourself. Business is something that is best done in a group, because what will happen is when you talk to people, they can give you ideas that you never would have come up with on your own. I believe me, I'm a person who used to do everything by myself and work all alone in a little silo in a vacuum. And then I would have one conversation with somebody and it would change everything. So keep that in mind. Let me say another thing too, another resource we offer that's completely free for the community. And I use the word free because I want you to share this. I want you to tell people about the free resources, because one of the problems you have when you build a business in the Black community, and we are a business. Boyce Watkins Enterprises is a business. We have books and educational products. We do seminars all around the world. We do all kinds of stuff. And one of the problems you have when you have a Black business is that a lot of Black people don't respect Black business the way they respect white business. Like, everybody went to go buy Popeye's chicken sandwiches, but nobody expected Popeye's to give the chicken sandwiches away for free, right? But with a Black business, people think that if you have any price attached to your product, that somehow you must be scamming Black people, which is fascinating to me, given that Black people give about $1 trillion a year to white people with no questions asked. So what I would just say is that is that this is really for those who understand that Black businesses have to generate revenue in order to pay their Black employees, in order to make investments in the Black community. Like, we want to go, actually, our big master plan, our master vision is we want to actually put entrepreneurship centers in the hood, in every hood across America, to take all these young Black males and all these young Black women that are unemployed, and to train them on how to start their own businesses, so that we create incubators within the hood, and then reach out to those who have money and reach out to the community to invest in those businesses, so that we can actually stimulate economic activity in the hood. The reason these hoods don't build up financially is because politicians are ignoring them. The same ones you vote for, they just take your vote and they run. We want to actually go into these hoods and actually do some real work and do some real economic surgery to heal the hood economically. We want to heal the hood. So ultimately, these are some of the things that we want to do. So when you put money into the Black Business School, that's what's happening with that money. But if you don't have any money, your budget should not stop you. Go sign up now. Everybody's out here doing voter registration drives, which is fine. I don't know exactly what a vote really has done for the Black community one way or the other. I'm not saying it hasn't. I'm saying I need proof. But we're also doing business and wealth registration drives. We want you to register the same way you register to vote. We want you to register for Black wealth. So go to theblackbusinessschool.com, register for free, and feel free to talk to one of our enrollment specialists. If you're not ready to do that, that's fine too. You can get invited into some of our Black wealth conversations that we have on a regular basis, where I'll bring people in. I have an expert answer questions and get you started. And here's a guarantee that we make. Our guarantee is that if you do not feel, especially if you do a paid program, if you do not feel that we gave you more in that program than you got through 4 years of college, then you can get your money back. We have a whole support team, customer support team, support at theblackbusinessschool.com, a whole customer support team sitting there waiting to talk to you about what the issue might have been, and ready to give a refund. We do not keep money from anybody that does not feel that we did not change their lives. So if the Black Business School has changed your life, please say something in the chat, say something in the comments, tell people about it. We need y'all to be evangelists for what we're doing, because what we're basically doing is we're not building the business on Black dollars. We're trying to redirect Black dollars that eventually become white dollars. You see, one of the biggest problems in the Black community wealth-wise is that that Black wealth is going backward, because trillions of dollars in Black wealth is going into the hands of white universities that have PhDs that are less qualified than our PhDs, and they care about you less than our PhDs care about you, and they charge you a whole lot more. And so people are going so deep in debt that they can't get out of debt. We don't put you in debt. We don't do that. But we have people like Julian Gordon, who graduated from Stanford University, who controls $3.5 million in real estate property, and shows you exactly how you can do the same thing. Exactly how he was a regular guy that now controls, at the age of 35, $3.5 million in rental property. Attorney Nicole Compton has a law degree, a law license, who teaches every detail that you ever needed to know about entrepreneurship, setting up your LLC, every question that you might have about your business, whatever you need. She's a lawyer lawyer. She knows this stuff very well. I teach the stock market class. My PhD dissertation at The Ohio State University was written on the stock market. You can go look up my dissertation. I'm not a financial expert. I teach financial experts. That's what we do. We teach people who are now experts on Wall Street. So this is what you're getting in the Black Business School for a much lower investment in your future. But what we really want you to do too, at the same time, is to we want you to consider making stronger investments, because this money circulates right back in your hood. I can show you our team. Our team is Black, and these are people that are Black just like you, who have kids just like you, and we're out here doing the damn work. We're doing the damn thing. And I dare you to go to the University of Iowa and say, how many African Americans do you have on your staff? I bet you they have to go back in the back to find the one Black guy who picks up trash, and that's it. Let me see it. So please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe button. I'm going to go in a second, but let me read some of your comments real quick before we head out of here. Yes, theblackbusinessschool.com. We also have a business school for children. That's another thing we do the universities don't do, is we teach children. So if you have a child and you want your child to get ahead of the curve, I guarantee you this, I put it on everything. If you start teaching your child about wealth early, they're going to never have an economic problem, at least not the quote unquote Negro problems. They're never going to have the problems. They're never going to have the problems that are typical for the Black community. They're never going to be like, oh, I can't get ahead financially. Oh, I can't save any money. Oh, I have no assets. Oh, woe is me. Oh, my income's dry. No, because at an early age, we teach children early basic ideas like being a producer over being a consumer. We have what we call the POISE model. POISE. POISE stands for what you want to be as a child. We get them to repeat this. You want to be a producer, owner, investor, saver, entrepreneur. Right? Producer, owner, investor, saver, entrepreneur. We teach them the KID model. We teach the families the KID model for turning your child into a millionaire based on knowledge, investment, discipline. We teach children about multiple streams of income, but also teach them about the basic idea of what it takes to become a millionaire entrepreneur, how to have a good idea, buy low, sell high, rinse and repeat, create a system around it, and boom, you're making $3,000 an hour. Right. So those are the types of things that we do, and we teach the whole family, and we put Blackness on top of it. And we have passion in it because we really believe this is the most important problem for the 21st century. So we're very excited to be in the epicenter of the Black wealth revolution, and we're not going to waste our opportunity. This is our shot to do something that's going to resonate for the next 500 years. And we're going to continue to do that. So let me see here. A friend of mine is an artist, and he's telling me how much money's in it. Yes, there is. Money in art. There's money in everything if you know how to find it, if you know where the money's at. Think about it. Anywhere you spend money, there's money there. Anywhere you spend money, there's money there. If I go to a football game and I'm spending money pay attention to where your money's going. Pay attention to every place you spend money. There's $1 billion in this room. Let me give you an example. Whoever made this cup is probably $1 billion company. Whoever made this hard drive is $1 billion company. Whoever made the Samsung phone, $1 billion company. This notepad, $1 billion company. This staple, $1 billion company. Stapler. These ink pens. Claude Anderson books. He's probably sold probably a couple $1 million worth of those. You can keep going with this laptop, $1 million company. See, what you got to understand is there's money all around you. Anytime money goes out of your pocket, it's going into somebody else's pocket. Somebody has strategically set up a system to get that money out of your pocket so they can put it in their pocket and put it together for their children. When the people at Popeyes were trying to figure out how to get Black people to buy $100 million worth of chicken, they sat around and said, oh, wait, Black people are triggered on social media. Let's get on there. Let's get some people that know Ebonics who can go in there and speak their language and get them all excited so that they will go in and so they'll go in and buy as many chicken sandwiches as they can get. And they'll get enthusiastic about it, and then everybody else will want to go try it. They'll have competitions. We'll create hashtags, Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A, and that'll get even more people to buy it because they want to participate. Next thing you know, we have a lot of money in the bank. So there's a process to that. So I'm not even hating on it. I'm just saying at the end of the day, I think that there are ethical ramifications, right, of selling greasy, unhealthy fried chicken to the masses. I think that's an issue. But if you have something that you're selling that is healthy, like I've seen people use the same method Popeyes uses to sell chicken. I've seen people use that to sell shea butter, or to sell t-shirts, or to sell health food. Beyond Meat uses the same strategy to sell their healthy product that Popeyes uses to sell their unhealthy product, right? So at the end of the day, it's all about a sales process. Is it better to give and not expect versus loan to people? Yeah, I agree. I think it sometimes can be better. It depends on whether you need the money. I think loans are riskier. I think because you're not just risking the money, you're risking the relationship. Because if they don't pay you, then it's gonna make you mad. You won't speak to them anymore. As a black business owner, how do you change the narrative that the black businesses are trying to scam our community? You just basically have to take that chance and build trust. We built trust with quality customer service. We put our biggest investment was actually in our customer service team. So because we knew that we saw a couple people saying, "Oh, you're a black business. You must be stealing from black people." And so we were like, "Okay, well, we're not going to argue with you on that. We just want you to come in and try it out." So first thing you can say when you think that we're stealing money for black people is, one, you can join the Black Business School for free, and you can get more from us for free than you get from most businesses that you pay money to. Then the second thing, after you see that we're better for free than most people are paid, then I want you to consider trying a paid program, and you'll find that we charge you 1/100th of what that big white university charged you, the one that left you $40,000 in debt. At that point, you're forced to confront your own white supremacy that led you to think that it was okay to go give a white university $100,000 when you won't give black professors with better credentials who actually care about you even 1/10 of that without complaining about it. So at the end of the day, and then if people aren't convinced at that point, then we don't want them there. We don't want them around. We don't want everybody in the Black Business School. We need people there that actually want to build for their families, who want to build for the community, those who understand blackness, who love black people, who see the vision. If you don't see the vision, then we don't see you. We can't help you at that point. We'll help you in the next generation. We'll help your children or your grandchildren when we have billions of dollars to work with, and we go in the hood and we can change more minds. But we're not going to sit around and fight with people all day. That's not something we enjoy doing. All right, so let's see here. What are your thoughts on the stock market? I think the stock market has a lot of unnecessary volatility because of Donald Trump's tweets. I think the global business community is becoming concerned about Trump. In terms like they're typically apolitical. Their politics is dollar bills. And so Trump was cool when he was helping them make money. But now that Trump is tweeting things that are causing the market to go up and down, up and down, up and down, you can make, the accusation that Trump makes against China is that they are a currency manipulator. Well, China can come back and make the accusation that Trump is a stock market manipulator because Trump is moving the market up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'll tell you what, I'd be curious to know if he's buying and selling based on his tweets. Is he buying more when he tweets things that make the market go down? And is he selling more when he's doing tweets that make the market go up? Trump has manipulated the stock market in the past. He's done that. He did that in the 80s. He used to buy a lot of shares because he knew that people thought that he was going to be people would think that he was going to do an acquisition. So he would buy, and they would say, "Oh, Trump is acquiring shares, so he must be ready to do a takeover." So people would start buying because they see him buying. So that would push the price up further, and then Trump would sell when the price was high. So it was basically a pump and dump. So my assessment, again, you guys hear me talk most of the time. I'm not really into the politics. I just don't care. You're not going to hear me sit around whining about some old crazy white man. That doesn't bother me very much. I'm not afraid of him. Nothing he does intimidates me as a human being. But I will say that you can make the accurate accusation that he is a stock market manipulator. All right. So, by the way, let's see. I see someone says, Alex says, "Respect, brother. Thanks for all the helpful knowledge and financial guidance. You are welcome, my friend. God bless you." Is the Black Business School helpful for people who already have a business? Yeah, we have thousands of business owners in the Black Business School. And the best thing about some of our events, and you should watch some of the video testimonials of students who come to our stock market events, our investment seminar events, is that they form investment clubs. They create business relationships there. It is a Black business club. Like literally, the people in there are energetic. It's not like that ridiculous silliness that you see in the street where people are questioning everything that's black and all that. Like these are people that already believe in blackness. They believe in putting their money where their mouth is. They've already accomplished something. They're already working to accomplish stuff. They're solid people. And that was why we had a fee. Like we don't, if you have to be convinced and we have to beg you to come and invest in yourself, then you're not ready yet. It doesn't mean we don't have a place for you. You can come to the YouTube channel. YouTube channel don't cost you nothing. You can go subscribe at theblackfinancialchannel.com right now for nothing, for free. But when it comes to like the seminars, we charge a fee because we only want people there that are not going to waste other people's time. So there is a barrier to ensure that people are serious about it. And, because no matter who you are, if you really want something, like if you really want to go to a university and they say, well, the tuition is $200. People will do that. If you really want to go to a concert and the concert tickets, you're going to spend $100 for the ticket, another $100 for dinner or whatever, and a new outfit. People will come up with that money. So people that are willing to invest in themselves have a different mindset. So these investment club meetings, or that we have when we gather, like the one I did in Atlanta, the one I did in LA, the one I did in London, it's just a different kind of Black people. So ultimately, if you want to be around other Black business owners who are doing amazing things, come to some of those events. You'd be amazed. I mean, people meet each other and they work together and they go off and they build these great things. And then they come back a year later and say, hey, Doc, we met at the last such and such. And now we're, doing X, we're making extra $250,000 a year. And I'm like, this is great. But by the way, I got to go, guys. Please hit the thumbs up button before you go. Thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, if you want to watch the Black Financial Channel, go to theblackfinancialchannel.com. Another piece of information, the All Black National Convention happens September 27th. That's another great networking opportunity for those who care. We are going to run out of tickets, just so you know. We will probably have no tickets at the door. So you want to get your ticket now. It's allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. Last but not least, if you want to learn to buy your first share of stock, okay, Charles says Atlanta was fire. Thank you. Tell everybody, Charles, because I want people to know how good the investment is. We have the money back guarantee, but again, it's like we're working with mindset. So we want your help in getting people to know this is really good. You're not going to regret it. And if you do, we'll give your money back. But we haven't had to give one refund since it started. Not one. A lot of people come to these things. We've not had one person say, oh man, this is some BS, man. I want my money back. Hasn't happened. Okay. So anyway, let's keep going. Last but not least, if you want to learn to buy your first share of stock, go to blackmoney100.com. That's blackmoney100.com. And I think I've told you guys everything. So I'm about to get out of here, guys. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. And thank you for your kind words. I see you in there, Ricky. And Miss Elbow Jones said, how you feel about the recession? It's going to happen. Recessions always happen. I don't honestly, it's not as bad as you think. I mean, it just feels worse because the media keeps talking to you about it. But literally, if the media did not report on a recession and you didn't know you were in a recession, your life probably wouldn't change that much. To me, just being honest with you. I mean, it's not like 80% of the economy collapses. It's like, instead of 2.5% GDP growth, they have like 1% or 0.5% or something. But it's still a strong economy. Even our economy in a recession is better than 99% of all economies when they're in a boom. So it's kind of like LeBron James going out and scoring 25 points. Like it's not a great game for him, but it's an amazing game for most people. So don't be scared. Just move forward and do the best you can with your family. And I've seen people do better during recessions than during economic upturns. And a lot of it is because what happens in your economic life is driven mostly by what you do. That's what I call the idiosyncratic factor versus the systematic. Systematic is what affects everybody. Idiosyncratic is what affects you. Your life will not improve or not improve based on whether Democrat or Republicans in office. Your life will not improve or downgrade based on whether we're in a recession or not for most of you. Most of you, what's going to determine your outcomes is what you do, whether you're investing, moving forward, learning, picking up knowledge, thinking entrepreneurially, looking for opportunities. If you do that, then you're going to be better off. But if you don't, then maybe things can, maybe those things can affect you. That's just my 2 cents on it. All right, guys. So I'm out of here. Have a good day. Don't forget blackmoney100.com if you want to learn to buy your first share of stock. You can watch the training for free. You'll be an investor by this afternoon. I guarantee you. Talk to you soon. Have a good day. Peace.